Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to yet another video from MOJO Hookah Lounge, and today we have a comparison between new products in regards to heat management, which is Samsari's Kaloud Lotus 2 and Starbuzz NarHead. So version 2 comes in this type of package. It's a little bigger than the original one that they had. Once you open it up, you are greeted with the Lotus itself, the lid remover, and then the little certificate of authenticity. It's a cool packaging. Samsari's Kaloud, they do their stuff, and yeah, pretty good one. This is the base where you're gonna put the charcoals on. As you can see, it's a little different, and then the design is a little different, and then the lid, it's totally different this time. It looks like a Fabergé egg type thing where you put it on top. Now let's take a look at the Starbuzz NarHead. Comes in this type of packaging. Looks like something that was created from Apple. You got your basic information in regarding to this heat management unit over in the packaging, and then the package opens up like this. So basically inside you see we have the heat management unit, and then the carrying case, which has two handles that you can screw on and screw off from the heat management unit. The main feature of this heat management unit is that it has the thermometer built in, so you can check the basically the temperature of your charcoals and then the temperature of your hookah head right from the screen. We have a different implementation of the airflow in this head, in this unit in particular. Because the air slots, as I can see, they kind of drilled in the walls, and then you also have the side air slots that go to the charcoals. So we're gonna find out how it smokes. Here's the lid. It opens up the air slots, and you can close them off. For the sake of comparison, we're gonna use two basically similar heads and see how they fit on top of the heads. So NAR would look like this. It's a little tall construction, so we see how that's gonna work. And then Lotus. So this is how they're gonna look like. And right off the bat, I can see that it's a little problematic to put the Lotus on top of the bowl. If your bowl is like, glazed ones, sometimes it just slides a bit. With the Starbuzz one, it slides a little bit, but it has a little lip over here that prevents any excessive movement of the heat management unit. Let's see how it works on this one. This one slides. So yeah, not as secure as the previous versions that they had, but we'll see how it smokes. NarHead has two handles on the sides, so one for the top portion and one for the base, but to adjust the air slots you still need a toothpick or something like that, because if you rotate the top handle, the lid is going to rotate as a whole, but not the air slots. We'll see how that's going to work. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but a little inconvenience. As far as Samsari's Kaloud Lotus, this handle was specifically made for this lid, so each time you have to lift it, you might want to use it like this, which is another inconvenience concern. So previously, like in a hookah lounges, you only had to carry a tongs where you could lift it, drop it, but due to the design and then it has a lot of edges, so just to securely place it on top of the base, you have to use the handle. Okay, so let's pack two bowls. We're gonna use the same flavor. We're gonna put 2.5 charcoals on each of the heat management unit. With NAR, what I noticed, you gotta be careful because it has the nipple for the thermometer. You have to separate the charcoals. Center is empty. That way you can fit the lid without any problem. So yeah, and try not to align those two handles on the same side, otherwise it's gonna fall. It already fell on me once. Okay, the Kaloud Lotus. Again, we using the provided handle lifting it, putting it on top. With the previous version, it was way easier. You just put the charcoals in it, put the lid on top, that's it, that's done. Here you have to fiddle a bit so you can align them. There we go. All right. Perfect. Now we have the thermometer over here. We can check the temperature of it. Let me see, 600 Fahrenheit and about 340 on Celsius. We'll wait for like 3 minutes or even 5 minutes because the two heat management units were cold. We'll let them heat up and then we'll start smoking it one by one. If you guys purchase any of those from the store or anywhere, basically once you open it, you have to wash it. Otherwise, it has some residue oil from the manufacturing. So yeah, you don't want to inhale that. That's a little harmful. So yeah, wash them. Okay, so we got the NarHead from Starbuzz on top. As you can see, it's like a military style based design, so it's a little heavy. Looks interesting. All right, let's try it out. Nope, not ready. We put 2.5 charcoals on each of them about 5 minutes ago. This one heated up a little faster than this one, even though this one felt like it was heating up faster. So design-wise, this looks better. I don't know, it looks like, an eggshell on top. For those of you who watch Game of Thrones, it might resemble the, the dragon eggs. Yeah, with the previous versions, when you put the Kaloud Lotus on top, it heats up about in 4 to 5 minutes. For some reason, this one takes a little bit longer. But eventually it's gonna get there. Another thing that I've noticed is that Kaloud decided not to put air slots on top. Well, I mean, they have them, but those are just holes. You cannot close them or open them up. As far as I understood, you can just twist the lid on top, and then it's gonna open some more air slots, but it doesn't slide no more. So yeah, I wouldn't fiddle with that unless you want to burn your carpet or burn the floor. Be careful with those things. Well, first of all, if you're a hookah lounge, this would be a little better for you because it's easier to work on. You don't have to carry the handle all the time with you. It has the built-in handle on the lid, so that's a plus. Plus, it heats up a little faster, and it's more of a traditional way of. As of right now, it's more of a traditional way of heat management units, so a little beneficial. But if you are smoking at home and you have a hookah that pretty much fits the design of this heat management unit, that might be a best option for you since it's the newest thing in the market. But flavor-wise, I would compare it to the Plus version. It's pretty much the same thing. The only thing that's different is the design over here. Another thing for the Kaloud Lotus version 2 is that previously it had the air slots on the sides, like they were designed to put the tongs in it, lift it. You can check if the tobacco is good, blow the tobacco out or anything. With this version, it does not have the slots, and it's pretty hard to get the lid off. So you gotta use the handle. But even then, it is a little scary to lift it. So you can lift it like this, but nah, you won't be able to lift it properly with the tongs at least. It's been about, 8 minutes already? It's still not heated up. So the reason for that, I assume that the metal is really thick on the NarHead, so you might want to use the you might want to preheat it before you put the on the tobacco. That might solve your problem. But yeah, it takes the longest to heat up. The heat transfer is really not that good. And another thing that I've noticed, it has some writings on the heat management unit, so I'm not sure how they're gonna hold up. So probably in about 2 or 3 months, they're gonna fade away, or I'm not sure. But like initial impressions, it's all right. Not the best thing out there. There are a lot of better options. So let's say you can save some money and buy yourself a version like the Lotus version Plus. It's gonna do a better job for you. But as far as the transfer goes, I mean flavor transfer, approximately the same. Or I would say this one is a little bit more muted than the Lotus Cloud. So that's that. Nothing much to say about the Starbuzz heads. I mean, you guys might correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. Maybe I've done something wrong, but just let me know. But the way we pack the bowls, it does not really work out with the Starbuzz NarHead. That pretty much concludes our comparison between the Lotus version 2 and the NarHead. So if you're buying yourself one for home, those two priced approximately the same. So if you're if you're wishing to buy the heat management unit that looks pretty good and you don't have a hookah that looks like kind of military style, so Lotus would be a better option for you. But if you're a hookah lounge, I would stick to the version Plus, which is pretty much the best one that they have as of right now. But if you're planning to buy yourself one for home use, Lotus version 2 should do you fine. Or if you have the Starbuzz's hookah, the military style hookah type, NAR would pretty much work out pretty good with that one. So it's definitely up to you. But let us know in the comments down below what caught your eye and what you think you're going to be buying. And always stay tuned for some new videos. If you want to try any of those, come visit us at Los Angeles. We're in Hollywood, 6353 Yucca Street. Visit us, let us know that you saw this video and you would like to try any of those. We'll definitely pack your bowl using these heat management units. Yep. And as always, subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next video.